What's a race do? 10. What's the race?
I don't know. Paddy told me 6 and both saying 5.
Race to 6 and 7. Tim, are we starting or what?
The previous group.
Let's go. Justin. Sage.
It's not mine. It's,
That looks good, huh? Raise the 60.
Sorry for the delay in commentary, folks. I've just had to take an important phone call, but we are live now. Semi-finals in action. Tim Dixon, Sean Dempsey, Justin Sage, Rusty Wheeler. Looks like Tim Dixon, with aid of his glove, who we've affectionately nicknamed Daisy, is on the yellows, looking to get the first frame on the board. Looked a bit hesitant on that shot and underhit it for that reason. Not sure if he's got a good angle here to actually go into this black and just stick the white to it. So may have to go past it and play for the middle. Played it very well. That wasn't as easy as a shot as it looked to play. He had to really kill the cue ball there and cue it well. And that's a lovely shot as well. Punches it in. So frame on the board, Tim. Looks pretty clean out there at the moment. Might be hard to stop. Meanwhile, Justin has 2 shots on reds. Rusty's obviously made an error in his attempt to clear. I think Justin would love to have been off the cushion there just to make playing this off the yellow a much easier shot. But now, far more difficult off the cushion to play it off the yellow. We would choose just to drop it in now and not use the yellow. Sean pots the black. Let's remember folks, this is 2-shot pool, so it will be a re-rack, not a spot of the black like it is in the new rule set. So Justin's just promoted his awkward reds, but he hasn't actually come out as neat as he would have liked. Hasn't landed on the left-hand side of the 3 that are in a little triangle left of the black. So he's forced to play this thinner cut. Won't be as easy to control the white. Played it well. Played it very well. There's a couple of ways to go about this. Could actually just get really straight on the ball after this and play for the one in the left middle and then play the red to the top right, or could run through a little further on this and play for the red in the left middle that's just above the black, and the last ball will be the one that's just below it. So a couple of different ways to go about this. Just depends on which you like. Looks like he's going the second of the choices that I gave on offer. I actually thought this was the not as good option of the 2. The only reason I say that is because the white ball does need to be a little bit more accurate and needs to move a little bit more. And even if he goes high on this, he can actually just run through and play the red in the bottom right. So he's okay however it lands, as long as he's on it. Looks like he's perfect. So he can just stun and hold. I'm not sure what the record is between Rusty and Justin, but I have a feeling that Rusty's not got the greatest record on Justin in recent times in 2-shot pool. So I could be wrong, but a couple of matches that come to mind in the last few years, I'm pretty sure Justin's won. So meanwhile, Tim's going berserk. So Tim and Daisy's getting it done. Two 2-0. Meanwhile, another in-off there from Rusty off the break. Justin will most likely take reds. Really, the black's the probably the main issue. Also the red on the left side cushion, but I still think you'll take the reds. Could take yellows actually and get an angle on the ball that's furthest from the left middle, so the middle of those 3, and just give himself an angle to kick into the black of the side cushion. But you would need to be very pinpoint with the white. I think the Reds offer better general play. But if Justin is going to commit to this clearance, I think the ball over the bottom, top left-hand corner is probably not something you'd want to leave till last. Unless he's going to play for the double, of course. Didn't land as intended. I think wanted to be on the ball left side cushion next. We'll have to remap. Lovely shot there from Sean on left side table. Just opens up yellow and black. Good recovery shot there from Justin. Still has work to do. I have to feel that the double will be the shot that he plays, because it looks like he's going to leave this red over the pocket till last. This is to drop this one in. Has a linking ball to right centre. And as I said, it's all about the double on the black. He's missed that. He's actually played it a little tentatively. And Rusty will get to the table. Rusty's actually got that angle I spoke of at the very start of this frame. That if you were to choose yellows, Rusty's landed exactly on that angle now to kick this black out and bring it into play. And he's missed it. Maybe it wasn't there. Got to be careful fully committing to this now. He still has a couple of problem areas to deal with. Oh, it's turned out a disaster. Gonna try and cut this in, is he? Well, he's actually overcut it. That's incredible. And meanwhile, Sean has played a very nice clearance on the first table to go 2-1 down. Interesting shot there for Rusty, because obviously Justin has easy reds, but the black is still the problem. And he might try and screw onto the black here, you know, and bring it into play. Saves him trying to play the double. It's like a free shot. It'd be very, very unfortunate to somehow catch the black and snooker himself on the red, so why not take it on? Well, he hasn't really... I mean, it's a little better than it was, but it's very difficult to get on this. This red's so deep in the pocket that it's actually not as simple as you think just to come back up the table and play black same pocket. Jaw will come into play. Try and swing around the angles, get behind it. Look, I tell you what, this is not bad. It's as good as you could probably ask for. Big shot this for Justin. He's 1-0 up, but still, to pot this to go 2-0 will be very useful. And there it goes. It's a good little finish, that. Once again, Tem amongst the balls. It doesn't look like missing. Oh, this is Sean, my bad. Also doesn't look like missing. Pretty aggressive match so far on the Tem and Sean match. Hasn't really been, pretty much just been clearing each frame. Just slightly hampered queuing there. We'll want to draw this white ball back a bit if he can, or at least get out of touch. If he can't, you should just drop it in, take his medicine, stun across for the black in the right pocket. Don't try and get too. Obviously, you'd like to be straight on, so you can just play left pocket for the black. But nothing wrong with just stunning across now and playing it in the opposite pocket. Slightly harder pot, of course, and a bit more white ball, but not out of the realms of impossibility for Sean. Possibility, not impossibility. Played it very well indeed. So 2-all. And from what I've watched, but I could be wrong, I don't think there's been a ball missed yet.
No balls missed?
I don't think there's been a ball missed. I could be wrong. I have been looking at 2 matches at the same time, but Rossi just doesn't look in perfect form right now. Making a few errors that you wouldn't expect him to make as far as good potting powers that he normally has. That's a huge break from Tam. Massive. And, well, the hardest decision here is what balls to take, but I dare say he's going to go the yellows. I think the yellows all link up a bit nicer. Tam agrees. He says, give me the yellows. Let me work my way back down the table now and just chomp all these up and take a 3-2 lead.
Yeah.
Oh wow, he's actually just didn't want to screw down the rail and he's just hit it straight. A little lazy. That was not a commentator's curse. That was just pure laziness from Tim there. He hit it dead straight thinking that, oh, I don't want to screw up the rail. Wasn't there. He had slight angle. Wow, and that's not an expected miss either. So, well, they were due a stinker frame because they hadn't missed the ball up until now. The question is this if Tim gets these from here, that's a bad miss from Sean. I do believe that yellow passes. In fact, I can see the table, it flies past the red, so surely this time he won't make such a poor error. Meanwhile, Justin's about to go 3-0 up on Rusty. Oh, that's a great shot if he holds. Probably wanted to be straighter because he's going into the red here. So he's going to want to force through this a little bit, but as long as he gets himself a long to medium range shot on this red, the yellow that's to the left of the black, he'll be all right. And he hasn't got it. Or has he? Yes, he has, but he's got hampered queuing. Might be better off taking the right-hand side one. So he's got... Oh, he looks like he's queuing okay at this. Good shot. Played it well. And this looks actually perfect as well. He just might flick off the bottom of the black here, but he'll still hold for the middle. Okay, he was able to avoid it as well, so all good news for the Tem Dixon camp. Got to take a 3-2 lead after a couple of scrappy shots from both players. Meanwhile, Justin asserting his dominance, 3-0 up. Has a very nice layer of reds, has one tricky red that's just above the 3 yellows near the black. The rest of them are all pretty straightforward. So this needs to deal with that ASAP. It's got a whole bunch of reds that you can sort of get into it with, but going into it's not ideal because you're more likely to push it and make it worse. If you can get into the two reds to the right of the, the two yellows into the right of the red, or just below it, that would be more ideal. You might have an angle here just to just drift past this red and get into these two yellows. If you can just catch right in the middle of the two, they'll just separate nicely. Red will be on. Just don't want to hit it too hard either and make the black not available. To me, I'm not sure if he's got the angle to get into it. Looks like he's sliding past a little bit. But mark my words, this red is a big problem. So just take a fair bit of time on the shot because it's pretty important. First drive break on the left side table, and yellow sitting very pretty. Once again, one minor problem ball, not near as much of a problem as what we see on this other table with the red, and that's the yellow that's closest to the bottom right pocket. And it's obviously very accessible if you can get a line that's, say, where near the black. But that'll come on later in this clearance. Obviously, you can pot the ball in the bottom left corner that's near the side rail, and you'll be able to find that line inside. Oh, Justin's attempted to go into that a little higher, but I think he's made the red worse. I'm not sure if he can get into this again. But this is fraught with danger as well. I think Tem Dixon knocked out Mark Robertson, for those that asked. So he's obviously playing on your screen right now, 3-2 up. And this is a great shot from Justin, but as I said, it was fraught with danger. It wasn't easy to get a positive outcome on that shot. Probably played it as good as he could have, to be fair. Meanwhile, Tem has played that shot that I suggested, but he's overplayed it. Wanted to be just low of the black there, and so he had that line on the awkward yellow. He's got himself into quite a bit of trouble this frame. A big shot from Justin here. Thin. He plays these well, actually, these shots. And that is no exception. No, well, that died really quickly. So Rusty comes to the table with what probably to him feels like a really long time. Sean, a good chance again. These are all there. So safety shot from Rusty. Surprises me that. I thought he might have a go, but maybe there wasn't actually an obvious pollen. I didn't actually take a lot of notice of that. Super shot from Justin, that. Super shot. This is why I think Rusty's probably going to shift gears after this frame and get a bit more aggressive. Nice shot from Sean there. Got a huge bounce off this bottom rail as well to probably aid him a little. Should get these now. He's actually taken these quite well. Oh, that's a bad shot. Should have not even been anywhere near that. It's just a lifeline that Rusty's been looking for, because that was a shocker. Sean looks good out there. Three all, won't go away. Bad error from Tem. It lets Justin in. Sean in. Sean makes no mistake. Meanwhile, Rusty opens up with a good pot. Should get these now. Get his first frame on the board for the match, and where we see a turning point for this match. Little short there of pace from Rusty, just falling a little bit awkward on both balls. Shouldn't still be a problem, but just probably just a bit of an annoyance. Deals with it well. Decides to layer up a bit. And that might get the pearly whites out for a bit of a smile. So meanwhile, this match is flying. 3 all. Hasn't been a lot of errors from both players, only a couple. Sometimes a couple is all that's needed, and the Thames in good shape here to take frame 7. Just needs to be a little careful here. Should still be fine, but just wants to make sure he gets the right angle. That's perfect. So middle, black corner. Four 3 is about to happen, you would think. Well, I think you got a little kick there. Should still be alright. It looks like a bit of a heavy contact. Ooh, I'll tell you what, that used a lot of the pocket. I think he's probably happy that went in, because that looked not great. New cloth. They do have the pocket cut is ABF standard, but I think probably a little more undercut than what we're probably normally used to, which I think is a good thing. I think it's players should be able to punch balls down cushions on new cloth and utilise the white. I'm not sure what the prize breakdown is for the tournament. It was revised due to a lower number of entries than anticipated. I'm not sure what the revised amounts were. I think at the end of the day, though, the money is probably secondary to the legacy that the players are building for themselves with tournament wins. I mean, in some cases, such as Sean, their first tournament win of a major. Well, Justin plays a cannon on the yellow. It hasn't worked out ideal. Can still chop it in the middle, but it's very thin. Meanwhile, Sean also has a big shot to play. Oh, he's made a mess of that. He's just had a real lash at that. Didn't really give himself a huge chance with the way he played it. Just really threw everything at it. And I'll tell you what, if Tim can play this ball down the cushion and pot it, it'll be in a very good chance as well to take frame 8. Take a 5-3 lead. Another missed pot from Rusty, but shot to nothing was in mind. Definitely would have liked to have pot that because I think the clearance was there. Obviously the black was the only tricky ball, but did have ball lingering near middle pocket that he could have got an angle on and got behind the black. Still may actually get that opportunity, depending on what happens his next shot. Oh, what a shot. That is one of the best shots you'll see today, folks. That's an excellent shot. Super shot. So that excellent shot, and followed up by another very good shot, 4-1, where Rusty probably thought, you know what, I'm feeling pretty good about the situation here, and well, Justin just says, no, you're not, mate. I'm going to win this frame at this visit with a good shot.
2,500 for the winner, 1,000 for second, 400.
All right, so breakdown of prize money: 2,500 for first, 1,000 for second, 400 for third and fourth. So they're all in the money, all covered their weekend. Doesn't matter how much they want to cover their weekend now. Well, the interstaters probably haven't covered their weekend actually if they go out in the semis. It's another massive break. So Sean looking to level up. He won't go away. He was in trouble in his previous match at one point as well and wouldn't go away. So 4 all coming up. Race to 6, don't forget, folks, not race to 5. Race to 7 will probably be the final. They usually increase at 1 frame per round after the 16 onwards, but we'll have to wait and see. Interesting break there from Tam. Finds the ball but doesn't really have anything available. Actually, hang on, that was Sean that broke, was it? Good pot. Might even have angle here just to force into this red and yellow if he can get it right. Yep, great shot. Excellent shot. Karen, you should be able to see Justin's score there at the bottom. He's 4-1 up. So that could be short-lived. Could be 4-2 very shortly as Rusty's getting through these quite nicely. Just needs a couple of good little shots here though, because obviously he's going to be playing the rail ball next. He's cleared the white nicely. And now obviously he's got to get on the black as well, which I dare say he's going to come across the other side of the table. Now he's played the... Oh, that's a beautiful little shot. Cannon on the yellow. Had a bit of risk involved in that, but he's played it well. And 4-2 now. Not going anywhere yet, just Rust. So after that excellent shot template to develop this red, he's obviously hasn't had to pull out the big stuff. Probably wanted to be away from the rail a little bit, but he's still okay here. He's got good angle just to transition down. Probably would have liked to be, as I said, more like on the balk line. And then it's much easier to just get down, but he should still be alright. Oh, there's a lot more angle than what he'd like here. Bit of risk attached to this shot, very hard to control. Oh, he's played it quite well. Excellent shot. And now can just use some right hand side here just to clear this yellow and just... Doesn't have to be perfect on this, just give himself a shot, take his medicine. Just got to clear this yellow. Tell you what, he's couldn't have hit that any better. That's beautifully judged. Excellent shot again. It's been a good quality match this. And makes no mistake, pots that black, wasn't as easy as it looked. Goes 5-4 up on the hill. Not really a lot of errors made this match. You have to sense that the winner of this match kind of deserves their spot in the final. And even the loser might even deserve a spot. But like Highlander, there can only be one. I'll get the right TV show there. Good break again from Sean. Gets a red over the pocket for security on the black. Has a red, I think, on to the left centre. And can actually have a full-blooded go at these as well. Not ideal, but still got good queuing at this red to top left. I think it's important for Sean to stay positive here. I know he's 5-4 down, but he has some security. We're just black covered by the red. I don't think the black will go underneath the red in that pocket, even though there's a small gap there. I don't think it goes. Nicely played. Real problem ball is the one. It's one on the right side cushion because the plant's not direct. Because that red's sticking out a bit, you would need to play it where the red leaves the cushion a little bit and flicks that red in. Obviously the other option is you would pot the red over the pocket earlier and then you then can play the red direct down the cushion, but Just sense Sean wants to keep that security blanket of that red over the pocket. And not only that, the transition as well is not easy, so he's going to try and play this little flicking shot I spoke of earlier. And that was probably the most likely outcome to happen 9 out of 10 times. Tim has a chance here. It's not easy. All the balls are not too bad. Obviously the one on the left side cushion is not straightforward, but the black is obviously the main issue. Tim's going to get straight on this ball. I still don't see how these link up well. I can see he's got to play a double here, I think. Look, could also get nice and straight on this ball in the middle and then leave himself an angle off that ball in the middle to play off bottom cushion into the black, and he'd be pretty hard done by not to be on the yellow in the middle. Try and bring the black into play. I think that's what he's looking at. Wants to be about half ball. I don't think 2 cushions is there, so I think you got to go into it direct. He needs to jack up a bit, I think. He's got a different idea. So let's see what he does here. I'm not sure what his plan is now. Rusty pegs a frame back. 4-3. Doesn't mind a few country's flags on his back by the looks of it. So what's Tim up to here? He's got to be playing for a double. He's going to try and stun inside the gap. That's pretty ambitious. Does have an angle to do it though. Problem is he's got no backup pocket though if he overscrews this. Well, I'll tell you what. Actually thought he went to pick the white up then with his hand. He needs Daisy to come to his rescue here. This looks so thin. I don't know if he can avoid the flick on the first red. He thinks he can. Nah, well he's overcut that by a mile though. Who knows if he would have avoided or not, but I honestly think he was better off playing for a double than trying to be so accurate to get it on that black on the inside of it. And he does double the ball quite well, Tim, so that probably would have been a better choice for him. But meanwhile, Sean's about to, you would think, peg this back to 5-all. Would like the white ball to have come through a little further there so he can transition up table and be closer to his work, but we'll have to settle for a medium range pot after this one. Can't afford to roll this and use his 2 if he needs to. Doesn't have to smash it in or anything like that. He can just play it smart. And that's fine. You know, he can use his 2 and just clean these up. Oh, I don't know about that. I would like to have had some angle there personally. But it shouldn't matter, of course. The black's right over the pocket. But just little things, little 1%ers. He did have angle anyway, so all good. So we're looking at 5-all in a short second. That's been quite the match, folks. It's been such a good match. Pocky's been on the phone to someone for the entire match, giving them running commentary. So if Russ was to get this frame as well, a lot of tie-ups. Justin is in complete control on the yellows. Big break again from Tim, but he hasn't actually got the white ball back up the table. He got a bit of a kick back on it, so probably will take yellows. Actually, sorry, he will take reds here. He's got a red available to the right middle, and they're all there, so pretty sure he's going to take the reds, but I don't think he's got an easy yellow on, even though he would be on them if he took them. I think the reds are all there, so I think take them on. You can also, if you like, at some point in this clearance, just play the red in the middle off the yellow, push it to the cushion, just give yourself that little bit extra comfort. And that can happen within the next couple of shots too. So you can drop this in, got the one in the corner, and then you can play that one in the middle off the yellow and give yourself that little comfort. Still can play ball on ball here if he chooses, and taking a long time on this shot. Hasn't made up his mind. Ah, clever. Nice shot. Played that very well. Now the only other issue I can see is the... Thank you, Lyndall, for $5. The only issue I can see is the red. It's sort of in the middle of the table near the bulk line. You'd love to be able to just get onto it now, but the red's in the way. It does go to left middle after he's cleared the yellow, so it has multiple pockets. But just the way he's going about this, this doesn't link together well, so... Because obviously you play this to the bottom corner, you've got the next one in the same pocket, the bottom end of the screen, but then the red, you've got to get on it straight so you can hold for the middle, and you can't. So he's taken a different route here. Tried to pick the gap. Now he's going to give himself an angle to transition for this ball at the end last, and then play the black in the right middle. And that's good play from Tim. That looks neat. Just doesn't want to be straight on his last red, and he should be okay. Great shot there from Justin, meanwhile, on the opposite table. Doesn't want to be straight, and he is okay. So he should be able to stun up the table enough here to get on this black in the right centre. Or he can even screw back to the right side cushion, black in the left middle, and that's what he's played for. And this has been a fantastic match. It's a shame there's been a loser in this one. I think both players have had a fantastic contribution. But it will be Tim Dixon that makes the final, and he awaits the winner of Justin Sage and Rusty Wheeler, who Justin is currently 5-3 up and on the hill himself. So, big break from Justin coming up here to try and give himself an opportunity to win at this visit. Or will Rusty get back to the table and reel that score line in? Good break. I must say, these balls are breaking very well on these tables today. First glance, I think probably yellows, only because of the black is, I think, the better linking set of balls. with the yellows. Does have one problem yellow though in the bulk area, sort of more central to the table. And he's just checking to see whether he's got a line. If he's on the actual bulk line itself, he can probably pop this. So, and I think that'll be his next choice of shot after this ball down the rail. He pots this just with a touch of. Actually, probably just play it with top. Just get across onto this bulk line. You can see him there lining up the line that he wants to be on this yellow. The only one that looks sort of tricky. That's under hit. Has backup ball though to the right corner, but then obviously we'll need to find the same line. Just the way he's lined his cue up there, he's going to be happy with the half ball in the corner and go into the red and play the medium to long range shot next, which will be obviously the key shot. So I don't think he can clear the red here, so you would feel he's just going to punch into it and play the medium to long range shot I suggested earlier. Oh no, he could clear it, but he's overhit it, has he? No, he's okay. Would love to have been a little straighter on the ball to the left, but he's still okay. He's got a good angle to come off. He wants to be pretty straight though in his second last yellow. Dare say the one that's closest to black will be last in the right middle. Just drop through for the black. But he's going to play this one first, which I'm still surprised he doesn't play the one in the left corner first. Or does this go to the corner, this one that's closest to the black? That'd be a bonus. I think this is the right shot. And the execution is perfect. I don't think you could land any better than that. Just got to drop this in now. Anything that's just on straight or further down the table slightly will be perfect. And that looks spot on, folks. He just wiped its feet, that yellow. That's the new cloth though, new tables, new cloth. They'll slide in off the jaws a bit easier. And this is a good clearance off his own break to get the match and this frame on the board. Uh, 6-3, so it'll be it'll be Justin and Tem in the final momentarily, probably about 5 minutes or so. We'll be tuning back in shortly.
Russian item.